Welcome back to the channel, you guys. So the last episodes you guys saw, I finally installed the rear trailing arms and all the rear disc conversions and everything. But today, I want to prep up the rear diff, get it all painted and situated so we can install the diff and the axles. As you can see, I already kind of started taking the rear diff apart already and started cleaning it up a little bit. I think I might just keep this because I took a wire brush to it, cleaned it up. I might just keep this raw aluminum just how it is because I don't know, I just don't feel like painting it. And the seals and stuff still looks pretty decent for its age. So I might just run it. I might just run it just to see how it goes. If it leaks, I'll buy new seals for it. But other than that, the gears, everything inside still looks pretty good for its age. I'm not gonna lie, it's just dirty, but other than that, all the gears and everything is still intact, so everything's still good. You know, no LSD, but other than that, I'm just gonna keep scrubbing this down and I'm gonna paint it. So I'm just gonna use my drill or a wire brush on the end and just kind of take all the rust and clean it off a little bit. So yeah, let's get started. Alright, I got it down as much as I can with the wire brush, all the little nicks and crannies and stuff. I'm just going to leave it how it is. It's in the bottom, so you're not going to really see it anyways. I clean it as much as I can, but I'm just going to wipe it down at the moment, clean it off, and get it ready for paint. So this is what I'm going to paint the rear diff. It's a cast iron color. It's just whatever I have left on the shelf that I've done before. And this color is actually not that bad. And I still have a decent amount in it. So I'm just going to use this just to paint up that, just to make it look a little better. Alright, I got the diff all set up. I don't know if you guys can hear me because my garage heater is on, but I got it all set up, cleaned off, scrubbed it a little bit more, and I cleaned it off. I did warm it up with a propane tank. Good as cast. So I warmed it up with the propane tank, went around it, and now should be ready to paint. Yeah, I did put it down pretty thick. But like I said, it's going to be on the bottom. You're not going to really see it anyways. So, I did one more layer of paint and actually took the blowtorch and went around it. But that's how it turned out. It's still drying at the moment, so I'm just going to leave it dry overnight before I start touching it. Not too shabby. Like I said, it's going to be under the car anyway, so you're not going to really see it. I just didn't want it to see all that rust too, but yeah. Since the diff is drying, let's take a look at the axles that I got for it. So I got these axles from Hub City Performance, which I'm pretty sure is utilized with Insane Shaft right here. But these are more specific for the rear all-wheel drive conversion instead of the wagon. Because on their website, there's two axles, one for the wagon, for like the RT rear wagon, and one is actually for the Hub City rear all-wheel drive conversion. So I bought these, and let's take a look at them. So these are the axles. They even have a caution. Not bad. As you can see, brand new. And if you're running, let's say a Wago diff, you actually have to have the long axles for both sides that I know of. Because I do have the insane shafts, front 500 horsepower axles also, so we'll match up with these nicely. But yeah, can't wait to put these on. So it's the next day from the last clip. The paint is finally dry on the diff. I've already took some Scotch-Brite and cleaned up the mating surface from both sides. And I'm about to use some gasket maker, seal it up, mount it together, and throw it onto the car. So I'm cleaning up the surface one more time before I put the sealing on, just to make sure I got all the oil and everything off, same as the diff. And on the diff there is a dowel pin on it, so you can line it up nicely. Alright. So I'm just going to spread a little bit, basically on my fingers, and I'm just going to go around it. Don't need too much of it. So you don't need too much, but make sure there's a good amount that will make a nice seal. I know some people will beat it, like make beads like how you make welds, but I think that's a little too much, especially just for a diff cover. Like you can if you want, but for me, I think it's just a diff cover. It doesn't need that much. It's gonna seal anyways. Just make sure that around the holes for the bolts are sealed. Now I'm just gonna slap on the cover. Like I said, there is a dowel pin all the way on the bottom. As you can see on the diff cover also, there's 3 hoses. And one for the dowel pin is this one. Slowly put that on. So once it lines up with the dowel pin, just like that. Now, just gonna install the bolts and torque her down. Oop. So the diff is all back together and sealed. I just got to install this that attaches to the drive shaft. There is this rubber seal here, so you got to be careful. Install that. Might need a little love tap here and there. Get it started. There goes this washer first. Then the nut. Which the nut size is a 32. And I'm just going to use my big Milwaukee gun. A couple Ugga Duggas. A little bit more. Alright. I just got to notch that little part right there. Then she should be ready to go under the car. So my cousin came by and we were just chopping it up. While she was here, I actually installed the diff. And I actually had to take the rear bracket off just to mount it back in place. Because remember there's a spacer in here? I couldn't get a bolt through it, so I actually had to take the bracket off from the subframe, mount it onto the diff, then slide it on and screw it from the back. But other than that, yeah, she's installed, and let's get to it, to the axles. It's kind of weird saying it's installing rear axles, but alright, that's it. What's going on now? Is it not all the way in? Oops. Oh. There she goes. Now she's all the way in. Got me worried for a bit. And slide these in. All right. Now I just gotta put the trailer arm back on. Alright, that's one axle down, another one to go. Alright, I had some technical difficulties on this side because I flexed the trailer arms too much and the bushing came off. So I had to take the whole rear assembly off again, pressing the bushing back in, and now everything's in, axle's all tight. And you can see that, axle's in there. Yeah. Alright, here's a shot of everything all installed. So the axles, everything's in, the diff is mounted. You don't know how happy I am right now. All-wheel drive, baby! Here's another look at the rear. Hell yeah, baby. The rear is finally complete. And now I can say it's all-wheel drive. I am happy. With all the struggles and all the mess that I have done, I can finally say this is freaking all-wheel drive. I am so freaking happy right now. I am freaking stoked. So the only thing I'm missing from the rear is brake lines and the e-brake cables. But other than that, the whole rear is complete. And man, I am satisfied. So now it's time to actually put the wheels back on, drop it, and turn the car around. But if you made it this far in the video, I just want to say thank you. If you're excited to see more contests of the car, please like and subscribe. Next, we are gonna start on the transmission and ripping my old transmission out. I am pumped for that too, kinda, but you know, whatever works, man. But I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace.